Hey, this is Yoshi. I want to do a little update on whatever I'm watering today. Haven't done this for a while, so I just thought at least start with something else. This is a lobby. I got it from Andy's Orchid at the flower show. I thought I was gonna kill it, but I didn't. It's got a new growth here and here, and there's one more here. Oh, here, right there. It's creeping and doing really well. Yeah, I stopped yellowing the flower. I mean leaves. It's a little bit too early in the morning. Okay, and I think I'm gonna go with the Bulbophyllum. I don't have that many, but here's Bulbophyllum ambrosia. By the way, none of the Bulbophyllum have not bloomed for me yet. All of them I got it without any bloom, so I guess I have one more in a little green tent, but I don't have a I don't have to water today, and it's not mounted either. So this is a little no idea. I have no idea what this is, but it's shooting out the new growth here. And this one, so the ambrosia is making a new growth here. And this is Bulbophyllum vaginatum. That's the one with the white hair, I think. Shoot out the new growth here last year, and I guess it's still growing. It's kind of weird because it doesn't grow like a cattleya, but it looks like a cattleya, you know? I'm kind of expecting the same thing, but it's not how it grows. I guess the whole thing just grows bigger. Okay, so that's the Bulbophyllums. Okay, next, this is supposedly Sologeny, but I don't know what this is. Pretty small. I don't know if it's ever bloomed yet or not. I got it at the cactus show from George. He's my friend. But it's kind of got the question mark on it, and he probably doesn't know for sure what this is, but he thinks it's Sologeny. He's a funny guy. This is the little sad story, Luteo alba. This is oranges, or yeah, this is oranges. It had a really bushy leaves, but it all rotted out, and this was the all that I could save for. And this one's, I guess, doing okay at this point. Shoot out the new root here. It's still black around here, and this might be a different plant too. What it was, it's like 3 different plants in it. I'm just shooting myself for this. I should have mounted it as soon as possible, but I just let it go because I was too busy at that time. Here's a Retorocala, Haraella Retorocala. I featured it in the last video, shooting out the new 2 spikes, growing fantastic. So those 3 are cold grower. So I have a little bit of a terrarium set up. That's where they're going. And I actually have Dracula and Mastrovalia and another oranges, I think. I forgot what it was. Is that either it's some sort of angraecoid in there, with the little steam maker thingy. So yeah, that's that. Here is this one's from George, also the same guy. This is Sologeny cristata. I'm kind of rooting at this point. It came with no roots. Basically, it was a natural division. He snapped it off by accident while we were at the show, or no, it was at the meeting, and he gave it to me because it was just on the floor, snapped out. So he's like, here, root this. And so has some roots here and here. I think I am going to mount it as soon as possible. Here's some roots too. I don't know if it's supposedly brown or not. I don't know if that's how it works for cristata. The other cristata, not the cristata, Sologeny I have has also not the green roots, so I'm assuming this is okay. Either way though, it's shooting out this one, whatever this is I'm assuming new growth. So yeah, kind of curious to see what happens next. But yeah, it's just a shoe box laying down on a sphagnum moss, and it kind of dries out really quick too. I was hoping it would stay a little wetter longer, but I guess it is what it is. It's better than staying too wet, I guess. So that's that Sologeny cristata. Okay, I have a few Trolomnia. One I just dunked it because it was just not doing well. I don't know why. This one is doing well this year. It did not bloom last year, but granted, my lighting wasn't ideal for this plant, so rather it was kind of expected, but I was hoping. This is the same thing too. It's a no ID. I got it for $9.99 at the Seattle Orchids when they had sales. I think so. It was 2 years ago, I think. And last year though, they had it for $8.99. I've never seen any orchids that cheap on Seattle Orchids. I was very tempted, but why do I want a more Trolomnia, you know, especially without any ID? So I didn't get it. Oops. Whereas this one is actually with the ID. This is from Olympic Orchids. It's a Trolomnia Popoki Mitzi. Doing really well, I think. So this one came as a seedling too. So those two are also seedlings too. So who knows how many plants in one thing, but this one is also doing well. I think this is when I got it, I kind of started to get into it, giving it a little more proper care. So that was like a little bit more than 1 year ago, maybe 1 year ago, I don't know. But yeah, so that's that. This one, I have no idea what this is actually. I do have a tag though. It's a Retinata Notiloglossa. If you know, about this, any pictures or whatnot, let me know, because it didn't even show up on Google when I got this one and tried to research it. This was a little division, accidental division from Ellen Colby. She said it's some sort of Maxillaria, but yeah, I don't know. I think it looks like Maxillaria, but I don't know. Here's Brassavola nodosa. It's a little too small than I thought it would be, but it is what it is. I got it from Seattle Orchid. Some died off, and I don't know why. See? But some, or a lot more of new growth. Those are two new growth. This is a fairly newer one, so I don't know if it's gonna bloom this year because it looks like it's gotten beaten, but it came like that, so I don't know what to tell you. Here's a Variabilis, Maxillaria Variabilis. It's shooting out two new growth, and I think Nina from Ninja Orchids, she had a fantastic Maxillaria Variabilis. I'm gonna find her video and link it in the description. But she said it goes double in no time, so I'm excited to see that. This is also Olympic Orchids, SLC Circle of Life, Carmela. This one was weak, really weak, but it survived, shooting out the some new roots here, roots coming out here and attached to the piece of wood, and have a new growth here, so you can tell. It looks pretty good though, so I'm kind of happy about it. I don't even remember what the flower looked like. It hasn't flowered for me, obviously, because Olympic Orchids deal with the seedlings. Here's another one. I have a lot of Olympic Orchids one because I work there, and then a lot of the time I get it for free for working there. But Clasocentron Goxengii. Again, seedling. Supposedly a blue orchid. I don't know how long it's gonna take to bloom, but patiently waiting. If you have any care tip on this, let me know. It doesn't seem to do anything. It seems like it's staying this stage forever. So yeah, let me know. Okay, got a lot on the basket, so I'm gonna put it away and then keep going with the next round. Okay, this is Dendrobium. I have a few, not too many, mounted. This is Dendrobium wilsonii. I have actually no idea about this Dendrobium. Tried to research it and couldn't find much useful to my environment. I'm thinking it's a deciduous, and I think it is deciduous, but it didn't drop the leaf on those new ones from last year, and it hasn't done anything. It's got a good roots coming out though, so I'm hoping it would do something this year, but yeah, I don't know. Here's another weak Cattleya type, Cattleya sororia. It's a Cattleya, but it's hybrid. It didn't do well in sphagnum moss as a seedling. This is seedling. So I put it in little seedling barks, little fine barks, but didn't do it well either. So I mounted it because I saw the new growth here. So I thought it would be a good time to do something else. So now it's mounted. This is Maxillaria hermatoglossa. I think this is a typo. Mike McCarthy gave me the right spell, and I put the tag somewhere and then it got lost in the move. So Michael, if you're watching this, let me know again the right spelling. This time I'm gonna put the tag right away. I got that information right when I was busy with moving, so I might find it somewhere in my supply drawer somewhere, but I don't know where they are. But anyways, yeah, that's right. This is update video, isn't it? It's got 2 new growth and doing really well, fine. Feels very strong. Here's another Cattleya type. BLC Quail Gem Cross by Jian Ying. Another one, I have no idea what the flower looks like. This was Cattleya special from Olympic Orchids. And it's almost 2 years, not quite, but shoot out the new growth. This is the latest one, and waiting for the next one. Here's the another dendrobium mounted. Formosum. It didn't do well this winter, and ended up find out that it's a 2 plants. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. It dropped a whole bunch of leaves and left those 2, and it doesn't seem to do anything. I don't know. It's a black hair type, I think. Here is another Cattleya. This is Cattleya labiata. Shooting out the 2 new growth. It looks pretty good. This is also a seedling, so who knows how long it's gonna take to bloom, but you know, will come along. Really good good roots though. Like how it is growing right now. Here's my one of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 regular files that I have. This one was a rescue mission, and I think it's doing absolutely fantastic. Only one which is mounted, pretty much as a test. So, but it likes it. It likes being mounted. The reason why this one is particularly mounted was it rooted okay at the beginning when I was rescuing, but for some reason rejected the pot. Didn't like it in the pot. So that's why I wanted to try out the mounting, and I think it looks good. Yeah? Okay, now it got full, so next round. Alright, this is Compressor Speciosa. It shoot out really beautiful orange, bright orange, weird looking beautiful balloons. This is a division I got from Orchid Society. somebody was selling it for, I believe, like $10 or something. This is the new growth, newest growth. I don't know why all those new growth is coming down instead of up, but anyways. Another one, I have no idea how it looks like when it starts blooming. This one came with a bloom, so it's technically blooming size. But yeah, I don't know. Whatever happens, happens, I guess. This is a Hawera Lava Bust Puanani. This is the red one. The other one, what was it? The Pacific something has a bloom. I mean a spike on it. I featured that from last video, but you know, this one is a little bigger than the other one. And this is the new growth, and it's doing well. It's starting to make new roots here. So here's a Baptisidium Little Dragon. I think it's not Baptisidium anymore, but it's growing. It's not blooming. It's got a really good new growth here. This is a big one. So, and then there's another one. It looks pretty good. So those will, hopefully they will bloom. Yeah. Okay, so this is Hawera Lava Bust Pacific Sunrise. Pacific Sunrise, okay. Spiking, and I think those are the buds. I see few. Doesn't have any fragrance, but I love these guys. I think I like this one better. It's got a little bit of a fading to yellow, kind of ash look like type of a pattern on the flower. But that's the new one. It doesn't have to be that big to bloom, and when we get it at the Olympic Orchids, oftentimes it comes with a spike too. So if you see it on that website, you should get it. The chances are it's gonna bloom within a year. And this is not really mounted, but this is Japonica, Sideria Japonica. Came in really rough shape when I got it. It was in a different style of a pot. Well, not really a pot, but in the same container with more stuff in it. But recently I realized it doesn't dry out in time, because I made it too packed inside with lots of sphagnum moss. So I decided to take it out and then just simply laying on top of a sphagnum moss at this point. I probably will mount it sometime soon, but right now it's good as it is. Here's another seedling. It's almost not seedling. I'm hoping there's two new growth, and there's one really big looking new growth here. So I'm thinking this might bloom. This is Miltasia Dark Star, the Orchid Works. I think this came from Carmela, if I remember correctly. But Orchid Works is another wholesale supplier, orchid supplier. So this might be coming from them. See, Carmela Orchid, H&R, Orchid Works are all from Hawaii, so they have their own connection, and I think they also share some of the plants when they sell, or they trade each other or something like that. I don't know. And here's a Oid Oncidium. This was on a rescue mission. I have no idea what this is actually, but shooting out 2 new growth. It looks pretty strong. Yeah, it's gonna be a while, but I might see the bloom with this one. I don't know. Here is one and only Grammatophyllum, and it's a scriptum variation Citorinum hihimaru. It's getting big. I know it's still small. And on Roger's Facebook, we saw how huge Michael McCarthy's one. Yeah, he sent me a message saying, you have a space for this, you know, because this was, I know this is gonna go huge, so I wanted to grow it, but when I was living in an apartment, I was thinking I might have to get rid of this one, but now we have a pretty good space, so I think it get to stay here. This is really just a seedling. It gets really, really, really big. Okay, now here's Laelia pumila. Laelia pumila alba. This is, I think this is a smaller cattleya type. Shooting out the new growth. I almost lost this. See, those are all fallen, the leaves, and left out with this one, and it's kind of yellowing. I don't know why, but shooting out the pretty good new growth, so I'm pretty excited about that. Here's a Paphiopedrum grayi. Mike McCarthy pointed out it needs more light because it's searching for light. That's why it's really long stem. So I put it in a higher light. Ever since then, it actually grown a lot. It's highly likely going to bloom at this point, but at least it's doing something. See, it's got a, this is a new, these 3 are all new leaves ever since I got it, like those 3. So yeah, hopefully someday we'll see. And here is, I have to scoot a little bit. Here is Oncidium that needs repot. Oncidium Rosy Sunset F. It has, one, let's see. So I think this is a spike, I'm thinking. I don't know what this is. Came from, it was here from the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 new growth. Oh, I don't know if you can see this, but there's one more. And this one, newer suitable, shooting out the new spike. And now I just found out that there is here's one more spike here. I don't know if you can see this, but right here. I'm still thinking this is a spike. I don't know why is it not coming out. Yeah, I think it's a spike. So new growth, new spikes. This one's the future looks great. Oh yeah, There's another spike, so that's the one I saw, and then I see a spike in this one too. This is the new one too. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's a new spike. I don't want to mess with it too much, but it's full of roots. I mean full. It really needs a repot. And it has a fantastic fantastic fragrance, like chocolate, just like, you know, Sherry Baby or Heaven Sent or something like that. I might have to repot it even though it's spiking, because it's just growing too fast, and I might have to sacrifice the bloom if that's the case. It just needs repot like now. Okay, well, that's it for me. Hopefully I can edit it out to a shorter video, but yeah, soon I'm going to do a tour video. Oh, you know what? I have one more thing. It bloomed. Look at that. It's not fully open yet, but pretty close. Look at the dark purple and the green tip. This is beautiful. Everything I was imagining it to be. Zygo Baptista Dragon Kitten Par. And hopefully it's fragrant. Most of the time Zygo type is fragrant, but look at that. This is so beautiful. Those are rather the zygos that I like. I don't really, well, I like it, but as a zygo, I still rather like this kind of type of flower rather than, you know, zygonesia. I think those are like white and purple. I usually like those combination, but as a zygo. Anyways, that's it. Thank you for watching, and you guys have a good day. Bye.